Welcome to Fabulously Flawed with your host, Marni, where Mondays mean motivation, and by Wednesday, we're dishing out dazzling advice with a Newsweek twist. This is your go-to spot for embracing the mess, celebrating the successes, and never letting anyone dull your sparkle. Join us for laughs, life lessons, and a whole lot of fun. Fabulously Flawed, where perfect is overrated and every flaw is fabulous.
Hey, fabulously flawed friends, fabulous listeners, fabulous everybody. Thank you for joining me on my Monday morning motivational episode, Marnivational, Marn Day. I hope I could make the day a little bit more magical rather than Monday misery. And so instead of being miserable, let's try and make it magical, manifest, and let's give this week something to really bring one thing to give us a little bit of happiness. So let's just kind of talk about maybe a few things you can do that will help your brain, your mind, your body feel a little bit at peace. It's always good to start with affirmations. Like, let's make this a week thing. Like, I'm going to give a few ideas for things you could do this week. And then next Monday, I hope when you guys listen and we talk about what you did this week, that anything I say today that you've worked on, I'm proud of everybody. So if you guys work on anything and it works, let me know, email me, inbox me, Instagram me, Facebook me, anything, but it really helps. I mean, you're talking to the woman who went from, oh my God, feeling worthless to whimsical, I guess is a good way to put it. I used to feel pitiful and pathetic, and now I feel powerful and peace. So the things and the tips I give you, I use. So I no longer want to be miserable. I like being magical. So start this week off. Think of specific goals. Visualize something you want to achieve and how you want to feel by the end of the week. I know I want to have a certain amount of content videos. I love making my videos. It makes me feel so good, but I have this obsession that if I focus too much on how's my hair, how's this, and I'm so sick and tired of focusing on my exterior when my message is the most important. So for me, I want to make the amount of content that I have allotted. I put away a few hours each day and I am going to commit to it. That is one of my clear intentions. Morning routines. Oh my gosh, guys, you don't understand. Routines in general are so important. It keeps you balanced, focused, not scattered. For me, what I do, my morning routine, oops, if you heard that, I'm sorry. My morning routine is first thing, make your bed. To all the bed makers out there already, you know what I'm talking about. And what it does, it just gives you this little sense of accomplishment. Like, okay, you woke up, you made your bed, it looks nice. And then I've said this so many times, Sunday Riley, I love you. My skincare routine is my morning routine. There's 6 steps. I know it sounds a lot, but it's just different moisturizers and vitamin C. But that routine after making my bed, that's my morning routine. And it just keeps me, I don't know, just a little bit more sane. I remember just staying up at night and sleeping, just not healthy. And prioritizing sleep is so underrated. It is so underrated. Set a routine to go to sleep the same time every night. It is game changer for your brain. I go to sleep the same time every night, wake up the same time every morning, make sure I get at least 8 hours. If I could get 11, it would be great, but my body won't let me sleep that long. But it is imperative to rest your body and prioritize sleep. And what I do every minute of the day is practice gratitude. I'm begging you all, seriously, people, listeners, I love you guys because you're listening and you're part of my Fabulously Flawed fam. But when I tell you, stop bitching and moaning about things you don't have and be so grateful for what you do have. If you're sitting in traffic and it's out of your control, you know what? You're not sitting at the bus station in the heat waiting for a bus. If you are waiting for an email from a colleague, if it's out of your control, instead of bitching about it, go do something else. And you know what? Thank goodness you have a colleague. So what you're bitching about are other people's dreams. I'm not saying you can't be miserable about situations, but don't allow it to overcome your mind. Take those negative thoughts and switch it real quick. You can train your brain like you train a dog to find the positive in all the different situations. And the affirmations, that healed me 1,000%. That is why my store on Etsy, everything there is a positive affirmation, fun, motivational products. They could be personalized. But I remember when I went on my healing journey in about 2017, 18, it started, I bought an affirmation. And I think I said this on the last episode. Every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. And if you woke up, do you know how lucky you are? I forget that I also have chronic lymphocytic leukemia. I am not staged. It's called watch and wait. I go for blood work to monitor my white blood count and everything else. But I forget that it's a blessing that is knock on wood, the worst part of having my leukemia. So waking up healthy is a blessing we all need to appreciate a lot more. But the affirmations that I got, I remember it said, every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. And I put that on my wall. And then I was at the mall in the Hallmark store and I saw all of these different shapes and size affirmations. Be the reason somebody smiles today. Think positive, be positive, courage over fear. And all of a sudden, I had this huge wall in my bedroom. There was no longer any room for anything else because I had it filled with affirmations. Now, looking back, the fact that I don't do anything small, it's either small or huge or all or nothing. I couldn't have just had 5 pictures. I had to have like 500 of them. Not really, but there was a lot of motivation, a lot of affirmation, and that is why I'm here today, able to regulate my emotions in peace, the do-over I have in life. And let me tell you, I thank God and my lucky stars that I have this do-over because I thought I was a goner many times. And also take breaks throughout your day. When you get overwhelmed, just pause. Nothing is that urgent that you can't maybe step outside, take a walk, just go to the ladies' room, just something to stop your brain. Set a timer for yourself and say, okay, I'm going to take the next 10 minutes for myself. Just keeping your brain going, you're going to crash. So those little mindful breaks, just maybe 5 minutes just to do a deep breathing or listen to your favorite song, just little things like that could be so impactful. And also, this happened to me recently, reaching out and connecting with others. I do not do that. I have a very hard time just with relationships in general as the years have gone by. I have become so much more withdrawn. I am such an extroverted introvert. So as the years have gone by, as extroverted I am when you see me, I am that much more of an introvert and keep to myself. But I reached out to a friend and spoke, and it was just, wow, I feel so good right now. I laughed, we reminisced, and it was really, really wonderful. So if there's someone you haven't spoken to, call them. Just pick up a phone, text, email, something. It'll put a smile on their face because it put a smile on my face and I was the one who needed the help. So the person that you reach out to, I promise, will be pretty happy and it'll just make you smile. And let's think of another tip. The solutions. Yes. Every time something happens, we always say, oh my God, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? Flip the narrative, tell your brain, oh my gosh, what if it does work out? Instead of being anxious, be excited. So I am excited to be a guest on such and such's podcast versus, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And when you change that little bit of narrative in that word, it works. And I have done this for myself too. The news. Okay, another tip. turn off the news. If you want to know what the weather is a lot, maybe just set a little alert on your phone for just the weather. The news is so friggin' depressing that I put on, as I'm scrolling the news, and it's like, okay, 2.5 Men, I'll stop there, because everything is murder, suicide, war. It's just, there is nothing happy there. And if you want to talk about triggering your anxiety or your depression, it is right there in the news. So I limit my news intake. I look at the top story and I'm like, okay, I'm out. And I've learned to also celebrate my small wins. Waking up today is a win. Me sitting here recording is a win. I was not able to function. If you were able to get up and brush your teeth, that's a win. If you were able to shower, it's a win. Eat. Whatever it is that you have been struggling to do, celebrate that, and don't minimize it. I mean, I am the queen of minimizing my accomplishments, but the more I talk about my small wins, I feel so much better. And a whole nother episode of my imposter syndrome, which I honestly believe, I don't think there is I know this is so weird. I was not diagnosed with bipolar, but almost there's that noise again, but almost every other disorder. And imposter syndrome is one of them. So again, learning how to celebrate my wins, my small wins, is a miracle for me. Even waking up and getting out of bed and doing my routine, it's like, wow, for the person who used to lay in bed for years, cry all day. I mean, I hope right now me talking is just a human testament that life can be wonderful. It's what we make of it. Doesn't mean it's perfect at all. My life is far from perfect, but I understand it's far from perfect. I don't strive to be anything that I'm not, and I stay true to myself, and being accepted, loved, and not judged has truly saved my life and my family. So guys, that was a little bit of a really good, I motivated myself, which I hope then motivated you, and it came through on your speakers, because this really was a very uplifting episode for me to do. I gave myself a little bit of a motivational, I keep banging the wire. I'm so sorry, guys. So anyway, have a fabulous day, everybody. Don't let anyone burst that bubble, and never let anyone dull your sparkle. You stay true to yourself. Do not change for anybody, because the real you will find the real people who deserve and need to be in your life. So sending miles of smiles to everybody, and tomorrow you get Taylor and I. Alrighty, thanks guys. So much love and peace.
Thank you for tuning in to Fabulously Flawed. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, it's your time to join Marni and Taylor, the mother-daughter duo that's redefining family time with a twist, putting the fun in dysfunction, one episode at a time. Craving more? Visit us at fabulouslyflawed.com. And don't miss out on the feel-good vibes with our exclusive merch at fabulouslyflawed.net. That's with 2 Ds on Etsy. Keep your sparkles shining and spread that fabulous energy.